Hey, we're in Atlantic City at the NESPA Pool and Spa Show. We're gonna check out the pal lighting with Ben. He's a speaker here. Just finished a class actually about the proper way to light up your backyard. Is that the right way to say it?
Correct.
Tell me exactly what you were just doing.
So we just ran a class, Advanced Lighting Design and Techniques. So we talked to builders about how to more effectively light, how to light products that they've never really been able to light properly before.
Okay.
And also how to light things correctly.
Do you mean there's an actual difference between light bulbs?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting,
Just
interesting.
a little bit of difference. I think probably the most common thing is light loss.
Light loss.
Light loss, so or light pollution as we call it in lighting. And what we're talking about is directing light only on the things that we want to illuminate rather than just flooding the whole backyard with light.
Show us a little bit about how to keep the lights controlled and, a little bit about your product, the proper uses are for some of the products. Show us what we're working with.
So what we're seeing here is a lot of linear lighting. Linear is not new. It's been out since the 80s when fiber optics started putting it on the wall.
Which we see a lot of the diodes on a lot of projects on people's videos online. On most of the jobs I go, even when I'm looking at a $500,000 backyard, it's like they lost the whole job because the lighting, the diodes are not reflecting the job properly. Like you spend all this money and then you don't have an education on the way to actually light stuff up.
It's a big issue.
It's
a big issue. And if we talk about the strip lighting, a linear, your classic is the old wall-mounted fiber optic. It should never have been mounted on walls. It should be mounted in coping facing down.
Yep, in the coping.
In the coping.
So you're talking about recessing the coping.
Yes.
So a skilled mason that has experience would need to do this.
Yes.
So actually we just created a standard at our company. All barbecue countertops that we do automatically have a track cut out. Even if we don't do the LED lights, we have an Ethernet wire there for low PoE or power, power over Ethernet. And we're just trying to keep it so it's future-proof. So if our clients say in a year, you know what, hey, I really love this in your design when you do the renderings. Oh, I really love this. Oh, 500, 200, it's a little bit much. So we keep the price of the pool down, but we still give you the feature for the longevity of the backyard. So in 3 years, 2 years, your kids grow up with the backyard and they're having parties, or you're going to other people's homes and you see parties going on with the lighting and it's not necessarily set up right. We think about it now so that the future-proof your backyard. So let's walk through. I see you got like bending lights. That's something new. I haven't seen something like that.
It's new. We actually haven't launched this as a prototype that someone keeps pulling off the wall for us.
It's okay. Everyone's grabbing it and twisting it and playing with it.
This is the prototype that we're playing with at the moment, and the series of them. This is a large light, but you can see it's tubular. It's 360 degrees, so there's no front. Light shines out 360 degrees all the way around. So we're playing with different prototypes of this to replace the old fiber optic. What we're showing here is our digital strips that are just starting to emerge with DMX technology.
What exactly is DMX technology?
So DMX is the global protocol for controlling multi-zone, multicolour light. So every high-end home automation system in the country is using DMX platform. Every rock and roll concert you've ever been to is DMX as controller.
Yep. And all these new automation systems are starting to get into the DMX software so that you can do more like, hey, Alexa, turn my lights pool blue, or turn the backyard pink, and make my steps purple and the water feature orange. For whatever vibe, you can do Halloween settings, Christmas settings, party settings.
Synchronize it to the beat of music, create animations, a multitude of reasons. And DMX is a 30-year-old industry. The pool industry is about to get introduced to a brand new 30-year-old industry.
It is. Well, the pool industry has kind of always been a little bit behind the technology, which is why it's a good thing to invest in pools, because it's always going to keep getting better.
That's right.
I really love the technology, the product. Tell me some more.
So we've got a range of strips here. People ask us, the most common question is, which strip do I use? Linear lighting is all dependent on what direction we're trying to shine light versus the direction we might need
unbelievable.
To bend the fixture.
You can bend it, doesn't look like it lost any color.
Nope.
It's really, really cool.
That's right. It's the key difference between fiber and LED.
This feels like a medical grade silicone or something.
It is.
Is this saltwater resistant?
It's UL approved for below water installation.
Because I've gone on a few hotel jobs and they used to do LED lights, diodes like this, and I've seen that they actually fade out or die. I don't want to call it oxidize, but like an old car light fogs up. Yep. And then they'll lost the color, and then you have dead spots. It looks chintzy, you know?
Each one of these strips has individual diodes just like these two, but we've just developed and patented diffusers that are amazing that hide all of that and give you that uniformity that it looks like a lightsaber. We
try to use inexpensive diffusers and it just doesn't work. So if you're gonna do it, you do it right or you don't do it. So at the time we weren't able to keep up with it. So that's why we grind the counters, so that, when we get our education from you, we can come back and properly install it so that I can be an honorable, prideful installer.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that really is awesome.
I want to make it so every backyard backyard can have it. So you don't need 100 feet of it to still have the emotional experience. If you're gonna hang out near your fire pit, maybe you just put it around the fire pit, and then when you open a glass of wine and you have fire and you have your Sonos playing and your music playing and the waterfall coming down, even though the lights in the pool are separate, you still have a nice ambient feel and a good vibe and experience.
It's interesting you picked on fire pits. That's probably one of the most common areas that we put LED under the seating area.
Yeah.
Everyone's sitting looking at a fire, so when they get up to walk out, they're night blind.
Yes.
And they cannot see the ground. So to have just a continuous LED strip, dim down, just illuminating the floor so they don't kick drinks over.
Dim down. You can dim these too.
All of our lights are
you're keeping
dimmable.
secrets from me here.
Hey, all of our lights
Keeping
are
secrets.
dimmable.
No secrets. This is where you tell us everything we need to know.
So all of these are dimmable. In this one, for instance, you saw the last one. This is a side-to-side bend, whereas this one bends front to back.
Wow, okay.
This one's more ideal for wall-mounted light, where you're trying to shine it outwards, but you still need to run it around corners.
So like an architectural home where they have maybe their front signs where it's lit up.
Raised beam spar.
Okay.
Okay, so you put it under the coping, blasting onto that $30,000 tile job on your
Damn right.
Infinity Edge spa.
Yes, absolutely.
Rather than lighting the water in the track around the spa.
Very cool.
Let's light the tile band.
Let's check out some more stuff. I see you have a lot of stuff. A lot of light. Yeah.
So we talked about dimming. Welcome to our wall of light.
Oh, the camera might not even be able to dim this down. It's so bright. Oh, wow, thanks. I look better now. How's my glow? Give me a little orange. I need a little orange. It'll look like I'm tan. Whoa, there we go, baby. Yeah, and this is all done from this remote?
This is all done by just rubbing your thumb around a color wheel. I generally don't recommend the remotes. This is
Use
more
the
of
real
a backup.
Aqualink systems.
No, use our app. We have an
your
app.
app.
So just smartphone.
Really?
The smartphone, turn them on and off, set timer functions, all sorts of stuff.
Nice, that's awesome. So these are great lights. This is mostly for in the pool.
Yes.
The biggest issue for me is being able to transition the experience in the pool to the backyard. I like gardening. I like being in nature. I like going out with my flashlight at night to look for like things in my backyard. And that's honestly, as a pool builder, I'm always in people's backyards all the time. The only time I get home is at 11 o'clock at night, and I get to walk around my backyard. And I'm so tired of like my landscape lights are like a different color because I spent a lot of money and time thinking about how to build my pool, just like I think about my clients. I really need to transition something out.
Let's
You
go
got
this
something?
way. Let's go this way.
Let's go. What do you got? Show us what you got. So we're over here now. It looks like state of the art. Oh, I feel like this is like I'm at a sharper image store.
These are all black. They are available in a range of colors though.
Very nice. Very nice. Where would we see most of this? On your website if we wanted to
Yeah,
take a
straight
look?
on our website.
What's the website name?
pallighting.com.
Simple. So if you're interested in checking out the lights, you come to pallighting.com. Simple. 1, 2, 3.
The beauty of this light though, Jesse, is we're using our pool lights in an outdoor fixture.
Wow, very cool.
So these are UL676.
And then match the color, no difference.
They blend perfectly with all the other lights in the project. It's one of only a handful of ranges of garden lighting anywhere in the country that you're allowed to put in a pool or in a wet location.
If I was a bad installer and I forgot to dry well, and it's in a low spot and it gets saturated with water,
Doesn't matter.
nothing's gonna go wrong.
That's a pool light in there.
Awesome.
It's designed to be underwater.
It's not even hot.
No,
Most of the pool lights that I'm touching here at the show, they dispersing heat.
they couldn't do that because they need to be water cooled. Our lights have never needed to be water cooled. They're not
You guys
hot.
are really setting a new standard, I think. You're right, it doesn't even feel hot.
No. So these are UL676, but they're also machined aluminium bodies, meaning that they can be anodized rather than powder coated. So it not only looks high end today, it's going to look high end in 10 years' time.
It's really important when we're buying stuff. We want to make sure our money's doing its job. You want to have a beautiful product for 10 years. So if you have different homes, you come back, you travel, you come to this house, you click a button, and it works. Not like July 3rd, everything's working, and July 4th just doesn't work.
With a DMX controller, these days we can create 128 independent lighting zones in a backyard through a single 2-wire port.
So we could do the landscape lights one color, and then individualize the pool.
You could set every landscape light, every light in your whole backyard on a different program or at
This
a
is
different
all through
zone.
the app.
All through the app.
Unbelievable.
You can set all of these on their own zone, and then with your landscape lights, you can create light chasers.
Yeah.
You operate
Oh, man, that's awesome.
every light independently. The big beauty with DMX is it allows you to change the zone settings and the way you group lights through software.
Everybody's really pushing hard on the new software now.
That's right.
So you can almost say, hey, Alexa, I want you to turn my backyard blue.
Well, Alexa's not DMX, it's working on a different platform.
Okay.
Our app is Alexa compliant, compatible, and Google compatible. But if you connect these into a DMX controller, that gives you a whole level of animations and programming and synchronization of music that's so much more.
That's a real party.
That's
Who doesn't want to go with
that's a party, right?
Everybody. You know, you were mentioning earlier before we even started talking about lights, that's really what people know you guys for is PAL lighting. You know, you've been trend setting for a long time now. You perfected it every year and get it better and better. You had something in the way here. I was walking through and I didn't even see this on the ground here. It's a 74,000 BTU heater.
It's a 65,000 BTU heat pump. And what makes this a little bit different to all the other heat pumps on the market, because let's face it, what the industry probably didn't need was another heat pump.
Yeah, there's a few out there. Why would you guys start to go from lighting to this?
The industry knows us as PAL Lighting, the pool industry, but we also have a commercial lighting company. So PAL Industries
It's a big industry.
is a much bigger industry than just the pool lighting.
Very cool.
Okay. So with the heating, there is no heater anywhere in the US that can perform to the level that this can perform. It's what we call a full inverter.
Okay.
And it's like comparing this to most of the other heat pumps is the same as comparing a variable speed pump, a true variable speed pump, to a single speed pump.
Okay.
So a true inverter heat pump will heat the pool or cool the pool, reaches set point, then rather than turning off, it just slows down and operates at 20 or 30% capacity.
Nice. So it's more efficient.
It's much more efficient. And the COP on our heat pumps ranges, depending on what speed it's running at 100%, it's at its lowest point.
Wow.
And that's where every other heat pump on the market is running at. COP of somewhere between 5 and 6.
Yeah, you're right.
At 30%, the COP on this heat pump is 11. And this is our entry level.
Wow.
Our top of the range level, at 30%, the COP is 15.
What do you mean top of the range? So there's different...
So we've got two different ranges. This is our entry level range.
Okay.
And probably the most notable thing about this is the operating temperature. Now that's always been the big limitation of heat pumps.
Yeah.
You need a gas backup because as soon as the temp gets below 50 degrees...
A lot of our clients, we have the aqua links on the pool.
It doesn't work.
We're always trying to heat the spas or heat the pool, or at least, hey, can we shut the pool down and use the spa still? We can, but the heat pumps aren't really doing it, and they're cranking so much heat, it just doesn't make sense. So you're saying this works in a very low temp?
This will work down to 32 degrees Fahrenheit.
Say it again?
32 degrees Fahrenheit.
Get out of here. 32.
Yep. And this is the entry level.
You guys gotta wear a towel to get outside, a warm blanket.
Entry level.
And that's at 32 degrees. And your top range one does
5 degrees Fahrenheit.
5 degrees.
5 degrees Fahrenheit. So you can use a heat pump to stop your pool from freezing.
That's like almost unheard of,
yes,
right?
It is.
It's kind of mind-boggling.
It is. It is.
Wow.
Realistically, the price on these is around about the same as what most people are paying for a standard heat pump. External,
working in 5 degrees.
Heat and cool, right? So it's not just a heater.
That's pretty cool.
It will cool the pool. It can be put in heat mode, cool mode, or full automatic. When they run at 100% just to hit its temperature. Then after that, it should be running at typically 20 to 30%. Don't even hear
money
it.
savings.
So
you don't even hear it.
If it's near a patio or an outdoor
your
area,
fan blade's different or something?
No, the fan's just running so slowly.
It's not like this.
The fan is not running like a 747.
What's that, honey? We're heating the pool.
Pretty amazing.
That's awesome. This is very cool.
It's pretty amazing.
Is this available or is this
available for sale now?
Okay, cool. So again, this is something you can find online?
Absolutely.
Through your website?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. Very cool, very cool. Ben, pleasure. Anybody has any questions, they can reach you online through an email.
Absolutely.
Check them out at pallighting.com. And again, we're at the NESPA Pool Show 2024, and we're going to do some big things coming up with Pal Lighting. That's why we're here. So a little top secret, you'll see it at the end of next year. We make you wait. We want to make you wait.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to go check out some lighting without you. Peace out.